This is episode number 264 of the InnerFight podcast. A big shout out to Smith Street Paleo, sponsors of the InnerFight podcast. Hop over to iTunes, rate and review the podcast. Let us know that you've done it by emailing us at winninginnerfight.com, and we will send you a goodie bag of Smith Street Paleo treats. Here we go, mate. Do you reckon we should have these two?
For now, yeah.
For now.
One episode is enough.
Mia Ackerland, hi. Boz.
Hello.
You're both so excited.
Yeah, it's been so long.
We haven't
It's
been on the
been-
podcast for very long now.
Is that why you're more excited?
Yeah.
Andre, are you nervous?
No.
You've got so many questions for them.
Loads of questions.
Do you reckon that any of them are too hard for them to answer?
Some might be very hard for Boss, but I think it should
Really?
be okay.
You'll help me.
Here we go then. This is the girls, Carmen and Mia, joining Andre and I. Dre, let's kick it off. What's happening?
Well, today we're going to go through the Battle of the East recap. We're going to look at some DFC. We're going to be talking about Mia visiting her old background with Jiu-Jitsu. Go through the ladies camp.
Yeah.
Celebrate Fitness, next event coming up.
Battle of the East, is that the competition where you failed to rope climb?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Straight away.
I made a show on that 30.
We actually haven't spoken about that yet. Shall we talk about that so that everyone understands what happened?
So
Ryan's
first to
gonna
say...
practice rope clamps every day from now on.
Yeah.
Alright, so last weekend we all went to Battle of the East. Me, Marcus, and Phil as a team. Mia, Boss, and Emilia from CrossFit Sand Warriors as a team.
Yeah.
And it ended really well, except I struggled a bit with one rope climb.
Oh.
I did get it though, but took a while.
Yeah, that's good. That's why you're still here, I think.
Just hanging up there, showing my overhead mobility.
Relaxing at the top.
But it went well. And let's talk about how you guys did,
Let's
and
talk
who
about
was in
the
your
run.
team.
The run.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, my
That was
favorite
first.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
That's
actually
very
our worst workout.
The only one you didn't win, right?
Yes. So we came third, and that was my fault. We could have gotten second, but I couldn't keep up. It was too hard. I was dying. It was
What was
sand.
hard about it?
The sand, my knees, it's so hard for my knees. It just
Really?
hurts. Because my feet, I can't run on my toes, so my feet go like all the way in the sand, and it's just hard.
It's just like soft and hard and soft and hard.
Yeah,
It's very,
and just-
yeah.
I don't know, it
Strange.
just tires me more out than normal running.
Obstacles were quite easy though, right?
The obstacles were, I was
Except
so
the one
happy.
you had to crawl under. It was very hard.
Yeah,
but
for
that's
you.
'cause you put your butt up.
Yeah. Mia's technique was, how am I going to get under the barbed wire without getting
My butt
in
ripped
my
off.
butt? I'll put it more up my butt. I'll just
Dre,
put it-
you actually ripped your shorts as well, eh?
Yeah, new shorts.
New shorts.
It's actually these
You
shorts.
have a very tiny butt.
And you have a very...
I saw how you did it and tried to
You got inspired.
replicate it.
He saw how fast you go.
So that was the first event, and you girls were third in that event.
Yeah.
Which we were very happy with.
We were so happy. We didn't expect to come third in a 4K run.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah,
the
it
name of your
based-
team?
Team
Fat Ass.
Okay.
Okay, InnerFight. But InnerFight, what is black? Were we
You
black?
guys were black? Yeah,
Yeah.
we were red.
Yeah.
They
You guys
were
were red.
black, and the other guys were white.
White.
3 teams, yeah. So talk us through the next 3 events, because essentially it was quite... I personally thought it was quite easy for you guys. Yes, no? Argue.
Yeah, the weights were light.
Yeah.
Like, it could have gone heavier for us. And,
Yeah.
like, because... Yeah, you go.
It wasn't hard for us to win without sounding
Yeah.
like a dick,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it wasn't really a team challenging us that much.
Yeah.
Because the weights were relatively light for us, and I think that was the most teams struggle with, that the weights got a bit heavy. But,
Yeah.
but
I think that's one of the most interesting things for me, because, yeah, okay, the run you were third, but then the other stuff I guess you pretty much knew that you were better than the other girls. Like you rightly said, there wasn't anyone really pushing you. There was no stage in any workout where you're like, shit, we need to move.
Yeah, well, we were scared
Yeah.
to lose
So-
it or something.
That's why it's interesting for me. How does that change the dynamics of the competition, of what's going on?
It's more relaxed. Like, even if you make a mistake in your workout,
Yeah.
it will still be quite okay because we'll be probably far ahead in the workout. So, like, for instance, that workout with the double unders, burpees, and the
Shoulder to overhead.
shoulder to overhead.
That didn't
The-
have burpees in it, did it?
Yeah, so I forgot to do my last burpees. I run
Yeah.
all the way back. I think I'm finished.
Yeah.
And then I realized I still have to do 5 burpees.
After like 5 minutes of hugging and
After
celebrating.
like hugging and doing, I
With the
run
judge.
back, I finish my burpees, and we still got like 2 minutes on the next person. So, yeah.
And the judge was so excited.
The
that
judge
he
was
just
more excited. to just
forgot
finish
everything
it. Yeah.
about the burpees.
Yeah,
Do you go
no.
slower because the competition wasn't hard?
No.
I think we pushed really hard anyway
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I think it looks stupid if we just go in and just don't push hard because obviously everybody else pushed everything they got.
Yeah.
So I think we still all of us pushed all we got.
Yeah, because you don't know what's happening in the other heat or whatever. Like it's not
Yeah.
you're not just competing to the people next to you. You know, like they're like behind you. Like sometimes I was thinking like, I want to beat the guys. Their score, like
Really?
yeah,
Did you beat any of our scores?
yeah, all of them. No,
No.
Nah.
I don't
Most
think
of them.
so.
Not the
Most-
run especially.
Not the run.
Not the run especially. But I mean, how does it vary, like your should we say the preparation to warm up for the event? And because obviously I think after like 2 or 3 events, you know that, I mean, you could see pretty much at the start that you're strong or the strongest team. How do you warm up, and how do you psychologically, I guess, prepare for an event that you know is going to be super hard? You're going to have to push yourself super hard, but you know there's no competition, or you don't think about it.
I don't think about that much about it. Do you
No,
think
no.
about it?
No, like we still
We
warmed up
did the warm-
properly and how
Yeah.
we would, and I think
Yeah, same way.
we put goals how we wanted to do it, not just how we wanted to do according next to the other team, but how we
Right.
wanted to finish the event,
Right.
and then warming up to that.
Yeah.
And how was it working in a team? I know you used to be working in a team, but Carmen, you haven't
Yeah.
done any other thing than the grid?
Yeah, like the grid was the first time I did it, and that's where I realized I actually like doing team things.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
It's different. It's not. I can't say it's less stress because I'm almost more stressed to not let my teammates down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then when I'm on my own, I'll be stressed. But if something happens, it's just for me.
Yeah.
Nobody else suffers
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah, so it's different
So
stress.
it's different stress, but it's more fun because you can share like in the happy moment with
Yeah.
everybody. Then yeah.
It's I guess I think what I felt is that the total amount of workout time that we did over the whole weekend was a lot less. What did you touch?
Nothing. It's okay. It's under control.
But the intensity, I think, was way higher than, not way higher, but because you're working in such small portions.
Yeah.
Like I felt the same burn in my chest after the double unders shoulder overhead as something like you feel after Fran, for example, because it's so fast. So
yeah. You know that you just have to go one time, and then you can rest. So
Yeah.
you will give everything you got.
Yeah.
You won't
yeah,
pace
that's what I'm
anything,
saying.
right?
Yeah, you don't sort
I
of
didn't pace anything. No, I was just
No.
like, okay, I'll just go
Yeah.
ham.
ham.
I think
Ham.
that's one of the
Ham.
common mistakes that
Yeah.
we sort of did, that
Yeah.
we weren't sure how to pace it, so we went
Yeah.
maybe 95% instead of going that 110%,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we weren't sure that
How
how you're
it
going to
goes.
feel after 3
Yeah.
small intervals.
Yeah, I mean the final workout actually went so much faster than I thought it would do as well. Like
Yeah, because you had a plan, and then you realize we can't stick to the plan because then we're gonna lose.
basically, yeah.
Oh,
we just
yeah.
like we do it like this, and then we're like, we better not do it like that anymore.
We got a bit upset about that.
We were shouting
We were
like,
like-
"Come on, what are you doing? Let's go!"
Phil decided that our game plan was shit and did like
He's the one that
million
decided
thrusters.
And then you want to do all the
his fault anyway. No, but I think it's interesting to sort of go from being individuals to competing in team, and I think it's a good experience as well, especially maybe competing against people that aren't quite of the standard that you guys were at, and that's what was interesting for me to watch throughout the weekend of sort of how that unfolded as well. And it's interesting to speak about it now because you know you guys generally did. I thought you looked a lot more relaxed, but like you said, Mia, like your warm up was the same. Like
Yeah.
what? Talk us through the snatch because that's quite an interesting one as well. So talk us through the snatch event. What was it? How did it go? How do you prepare
Yeah,
for
so
it?
it was a workout where one of the athletes has to do 5 minutes to do 1 rep max snatch, and then the other 2 athletes had a workout.
Yeah, workout.
Yeah,
Where you get really tired.
when you get really tired.
Yeah, that was my part.
So for the snatch, I obviously kind of knew that none of the girls would really challenge me in the weights.
Yeah,
So then, as I said before, then I put up a goal still what I wanted to do, and
Right.
not just go in and do a 70 or 75 kilo snatch and be happy, but
Right.
still push myself because I used to not be very good at snatching or whatever during hard pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember my first year regionals with team, and I had to do a 70 kilo snatch, and I couldn't within a minute because I was just so nervous.
Right.
So it was good practice to deal with pressure and try to go heavy. So, but also when you're warming up, and then you have to be in the cold room area for quite long, so you're not really warm anymore when you go in. So I still warm up pretty heavy, but then when I went in, I just put on like 2 45-pound plates and just did one snatch, just to get the first lift out of the way.
Right.
You had 5 minutes, right?
It was quite hard to warm up for you in the warm-up area because there was not enough plates.
Yeah, it was.
She had to borrow all the plates from all the other girls.
Yeah, there was quite some interesting looks on some of the other girls' faces when you're warming up.
And guys.
and some of the guys as
some
well.
of the guys.
Yeah, it's did you feel that at all?
Yeah. I feel a bit. I don't want to go in and feel like I want to show off, but still, I need to warm up for my weight.
Yeah.
But I feel also a bit stupid because the other girls are really struggling, and I'd be like, "Oh, sorry, can I borrow all the plates to do a good warm up lift?"
Warm up rep on that PR.
So I don't want to look like I just want to show off, but
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was good tactic. You put a lot of them off. I thought that was nice.
But then for the event, so I did it first a light, and then I just put on 10 pounds on each side and just went up like that every time. So I actually got more lifts in than I thought I would.
That's a way that you'd normally do that. So you attack it in exactly the same way, just stay focused and just keep going through it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good.
So it was good. I did my last successful lift at 205.
Yep.
And that's just 5 pounds away from my PR, so I wanted to try to PR, but that was my 6th lift and a bit stressed, and for 215, and I dropped it in my head.
It's 93 kilos, 205, right?
Yes.
Right.
That's very good.
That's very good, yeah.
So it was very cool. It was cool because all the crowd got all excited.
Yeah, they were pretty excited. Yeah. And obviously, you won. You obviously won with that quite easily. What was this? Just to put it a little bit in perspective, what was the second place lift? Does anyone know?
I actually didn't.
I think a girl did 165.
65.
165.
165.
So
that's
what's that
80.
like? Is that 80?
No, 185. No, it's 70.
70 kilos. So you won that by over 20 kilos, so that's not too bad.
So it's 75 kilos.
You still only got the same point. You guys' winning margin was less than ours anyway. Just to let you know.
But we had more low place finishers than you.
What?
Whatever.
Yeah.
No, high place.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but low points. Our final score was lower than yours.
Okay.
That means we won.
Yeah.
Battle of these over. We're probably coming back next year with a stronger team.
Yeah, definitely. We need some stronger teams for that one.
Yeah. Stronger girls. Heavier. Next up is Dubai Fitness Championships, which you guys both qualified for. Congrats on that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's super tough competition, and we see major names. It's you guys' first time competing at DFC. What big names will we see on the female side, other than, of course, Mia Okolon and Carmen Bosman?
I think all
Your
the
bestie?
girls, all the girls who won the games in the past years.
Yeah.
Annie will be there.
Wow.
Sam Brooks will be there.
Is Sam Briggs coming?
I don't know, but
Right.
she qualified. So
She looks like
I'm
she's
not-
training.
I think she will be here.
She will be here.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Even if she
Community.
does a couple of workouts, she can take some money home. So why not?
Just so people that don't know, DFC, the event weekend is the 10th of 7th and then 9th and 10th. The finals are on the 10th of December in Dubai Mall. So if anyone's listening that lives locally or anyone that just wants to get on a plane and come over and watch,
Come over and
pretty
support.
much the most stacked competition that there's ever been. That's when it goes.
Yeah.
Carry on, Buzz.
Yeah. So what do you say? Camilla Blanc, Sarah Siegmundsdottir will be there. Some other Americans.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
I want to throw a stat out there. You two qualified in the initial competition was the top 30 girls and the top 30 guys qualified for the competition.
Yeah.
Boz, you qualified in what place?
11th.
Mia?
19th.
19th. Not to take anything away from the guys, but Andre, you didn't initially qualify for the competition. So where did you finish? So the global qualifiers, you finished 11th, you finished 19th. Out of everyone in the whole world that's in the competition, from a guy's perspective, where did you qualify?
45th.
You're 45th,
Yeah.
and Phil was
35th.
35th. And I don't want to get into a debate of which competition is stronger, but I think you two have done exceptionally well to qualify in those positions.
Yeah.
Not like Andre having to get a... Like, no, but I think it's...
Get a friendly...
To be honest, I think there was more... of course, there were a lot of good girls signed up.
Yeah.
Like really high level, probably the highest in the world. But there were not as many high-level girls signed up as it was in the guys.
Right.
If you looked at the guys' leaderboard, it was... I saw at least 30 games athletes signed up.
I agree with you. I guess the only real component that's missing from the girls' competition is that the girls' field is generally... has a lot of Americans in it as well, and they didn't compete. Whereas I think what we've seen is the European field of men is super strong now, and they all did compete.
Yeah.
Is that probably...
yeah.
I know
it's more dense, maybe. You can say that.
Yeah, a little bit more dense. But I don't think... I think you girls have done super good on that.
Okay.
So, what do you think? Obviously, you've seen what the workouts are. The qualifiers are mainly testing what we'd know as sort of single modality. You've had a 1K row, a max handstand, a 1 rep max jerk. Nothing that's
deadlift.
A deadlift. Yeah. You got a jerk as well. This guy. He's trying to put me off. But yeah, so you've had 2 1 rep maxes. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's crazy. But it's not what we sort of traditionally know as... It's obviously not supposed to be... let's not worry about if it's CrossFit or if it's not. But how do you think that's going to change the competition if it continues with the similar workouts?
I think the best will still win if it's single modality or not, because there's going to be a lot of single modalities over the 15 events.
Right.
So they're going to eventually test everything in the end, and there will be some workouts. So I still think the best person will win. The only thing is, what's different is when they're testing a 1K row, for instance, then the chance that somebody who's just really good in that event can potentially win that event, but that person won't be the best maybe in the snatch event.
It'll shake up the leaderboard a bit.
Yeah, it will shake it up anyway. If they test a lot of single modalities, it will be fine. I don't mind.
Mia?
Yeah, I agree with Carmen. I think when they do that, we will see a lot of new names. I think we already did that on the qualifiers. We saw a lot of new names we would never expect to qualify or be on top on the leaderboard just because it was single modalities and they happen to be really good in some stuff.
Yeah.
Who do you expect to come out on top after the weekend?
Sarah.
In the DFC?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sarah.
Really?
Sarah.
Yes.
What... If you could... Let's make a scenario. If you could rewind 8 months... and say, okay, from 8 months till now, I'm going to train solely for DFC. I know because I've looked at the history that it's going to be this single modality stuff. What would you have done different?
I don't know. I don't think I would have done anything different.
You don't have to.
No.
Run more.
Just run more?
Yeah.
Just because running is coming up in DFC, but other from that, I will still keep doing because... Even though it's single modalities, you couldn't expect what was going to come. Like, it's so different. It's max lift to max handstand to... So you still need to practice everything.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to just decide which single modalities you would practice.
Yeah, right. I agree. I agree with you. I think... Because I just heard a lot of people talk about, should have done more of this, should have done more of that. But it's not like you've been doing... nothing of anything. You've been doing a lot of different stuff, so I don't think it takes a lot.
Phil have managed to really get everything in and in different kind of ways with hard rows, easy rows, 1RM lifts, 10RM lifts, all those kind of things. So
I think you guys, I mean, definitely, like Dre, you got a good result and you as well, Mia, in the jerk, like quite high up the leaderboard, and then you suffer on maybe something else, but it kind of all balances itself out, right?
Yeah.
Where were you in the jerk in the end?
Or
the shoulder to overhead?
I think like 8th or 9th or something.
Right. So
because
good result.
Yeah, it was good. But it's still some girls are just crazy strong in the jerk. Yeah.
How much did Camilla?
129, I think?
Yeah, 129.
Wow. She weighs 56 kilos.
Incredible, huh?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
56 kilos. And she put 129 kilos overhead.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very cool.
That's very cool, isn't it? What would you look into the competition, which is going to be the finals in Dubai Mall on the 10th of December? What would you most like to see? You can answer this. You can have a crack at this as well, Andre, I guess, because you're going to have to be there and you're going to have to be involved. What would you like? What sort of stuff would you like to see come up?
Handstand walk.
Handstand walk.
I would like to see like some, like we were practicing like freestanding handstand push-ups, something different,
something a bit different,
like bar muscle ups.
That causes no controversy and no issues with judging. Just something that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. It's good.
Because I'm good in it.
Mia?
Yeah.
What would you like to see?
Just more CrossFit workouts as well, because we didn't test a lot of that in the qualify. We're good to have like long chippers,
like 1 arm back squat,
1 rep back squat.
CrossFit total.
I don't know, that's too much deadlift and strict press.
Looking at some of the previous events that they've done last year, I think swimming pool, 20 kilo plates on the bottom of the swimming pool at, I think there was like 3 on a 25 meter pool, and you had to dive down and you had to rescue them and take them to the other end. How do you guys feel about that?
I like things like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
love that.
I've
like
done an event like that before.
I never done an event like that, but
it's fun. It's a good chance to try new stuff.
Do you think that's a fair way of testing people's fitness?
Not so much fitness, more mental, because
it's
just how long can you stay underwater?
Yeah,
right. Mental is part of your fitness, so definitely.
Yeah. So it makes it very well rounded.
Yeah.
What would you all not like to see?
Triple unders.
Okay.
A really long run.
A really long run in the desert.
No, I don't want that.
You don't want that?
Deadlift.
Straight press. You don't want to see any more deadlifts?
No.
But what will you guys do in the next few weeks? Mia, you said that you wouldn't change anything if it was 8 months back, but I mean, in all honesty, if you look, DFC's been going for 5 years now. If you look at some of the movements that come up that haven't come up in CrossFit, are you guys going to address those more? Do you change your training to sort of put them in? What happens now?
Yeah, we know some specific movements that we not really do that much in training, like on weekly basis, that we're going to put in now.
Yeah.
Like deck squats, I've never done them before. Maybe we put them in. I put some devil presses. Maybe work more with the tsunami bar because they had that last year.
Yeah,
I've been doing that the past week, so I always added something every week.
Something different.
Yeah, I've been doing flying push-ups, the deck squats, what is the press thing?
Devil press.
The devil's press. Yeah.
Is there anything that you think could come up that's totally off the wall, like you think in your wildest dreams, an exercise that you've seen on some YouTube channel or something that, actually they could put that in? Is there anything?
You know what I would want to put in?
Yeah.
It's like the bar, and you have to like do a pull-up, and you move the bar like in the ninja thing.
Firefighter thing.
That would be so cool if they put
the salmon ladder.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, salmon ladder.
Salmon
because
ladder.
I have one in my backyard in Sweden.
Of course you do. So you'll actually be quite good at it.
I'm not that good at it.
She's making I think she's a little bit worried.
It's super easy. It's just keeping butterfly pull-ups.
Yeah, good. Then you will win the event.
Very easy.
Super easy.
How easy is it? It's very hard, huh?
It's not very hard, but if you got the technique right, it's just a bit hard because you need to pull the bar out and then you need to get it back in.
Timing.
You can't just put it up because then you just hit the next
one.
one.
So similar to the pegboards that you guys have trained on a lot in the last 6 months that we got in the gym.
We can try with a pegboard.
Yeah.
You can. Someone tried to do that.
Rob
Parker.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it.
Of course, Rob.
It's very hard. Yeah, he couldn't do that very well. Talking of alternative stuff, Andre's got a question for you, Mia, about your dad visiting. I'm not sure. Yeah.
What do you want to talk about my dad?
Your dad was here last week. He flew in, first thing, workout in the gym, straight over to Jiu-Jitsu afterwards, visiting your background sport.
Yes.
Take us through that.
That was good. So yeah, I did I think most people know by now that I did Jujitsu before I started CrossFit. And I haven't done it for now 3.5 years. Except one competition, and then I thought when my dad came it would be cool to do it together again, because that's what we used to do. We used to train it together.
Oh wow.
And he broke his knee in May, and so he haven't been training as well, but now he's recovered really well, so I thought just bring the stuff and we'll go to the gym.
Yeah.
And then we went for training. It was really fun to be back.
Okay.
Sometimes I forgot how much I enjoyed it and just do something else.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
It was really good.
Did he beat you, or did you beat him, or does it not work like that?
Yeah, it works like that.
Okay.
I broke his arm. I not fully broke it, but I could have. If it didn't tap out, I would have broken it.
I can't believe he tapped out. So you won.
Yes.
Wow. Boz, you interested in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
She doesn't know. She thinks it's karate.
No. I know exactly what it is.
Jackie Chan, huh?
It's like...
We should have a team day out there, trying all of us.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We should. I actually have no idea. So I've watched it a lot, but I have no idea how it all works and the points. It's scored on points and then different things.
Yeah, you can score on points and submission. So you can win on points or that you get the other one to submit.
Shadia was very impressed by your strength. She said her forearms are so strong. She'd probably not be happy I tell you this, but she said her forearms are so strong. She said when I went to grab it, it's like fighting with some of the guys. She's like, I grabbed her arm and she was like, oh my god, it's one of the guys, but no, it's me. And she was very impressed, and she listens to the show. So
she's so sweet. I was very impressed by Shadi, actually. She's so technical.
She's worked super hard on it.
Yeah, she's so technical good.
She's a freaking hard worker.
Yeah. So a little bit more jiu-jitsu, huh?
Yeah, so I'm going to start taking it up now and try to go a few times a week.
Yep.
Mix it up. I think it's good to get, because we're in the gym the whole day. It felt really good yesterday to just, in the middle of the day, get out of the gym 1 hour and do something else.
Yeah.
To come back full with energy and just, it feels really good.
How does your body feel today, like the day after that you did that for an hour?
It feels good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
I was really tired yesterday because obviously still my technique is a bit off, so I still use my newfound muscles more than I did when I did it. Because when I did Jiu-Jitsu, I wasn't this strong, so then I had to do more technique, and I could actually realize that I changed my position as well.
Yeah.
Because when I did it before, I preferred to play in guard, that being on my back,
right,
and having the guy on top, because that was easier, because if I was on top, to just flip me.
Yeah.
And now, yesterday, I really prefer to be on the top more, because I'm much stronger now and I can control that position much better.
Is it a better position to be?
It depends. Like if you're really good to play from guard, then that's a good position. It's just interesting to see how I change, just because I feel stronger now.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Very good.
Awesome.
Talking about new things, different things. Boz, talk us through your camp the other weekend, Beauty and the Barbell.
Oh, it was very good success.
Was it?
Yeah. A lot of people showed up.
Talk us through a little bit, before we get into the actual camp,
a
little bit of the background, sort of why you guys sort of came up with it, what was the objective of it, and why you wanted to put it together.
Like, we would just want to create something for girls. Like, you see a lot of guys always come together to the gym and they have like their bro sessions or they train together. So we just wanted to create the same concept for us girls and just enjoy working out together and learning from each other. Cool. Because I used to always just train with guys, and before Mia came, I was always training with you guys, which was great. Yeah. But it's sometimes just nice to train with another girl.
Yeah. Very good. Different abilities. People that have been coming to the gym a lot, that can do, I guess, many things and are strong, down to people that are not so good at stuff, that are maybe more beginners or that maybe have more challenges. So you girls knew that was the mix. You had about 18, 20 people. What program did you put together? What was the objective of the program? Aside from having fun and being with the girls, how do you put something together that covers all of those people? Yeah,
so we just wanted to cover more of like the basic movements, and we just went really into detail, so somebody who never done it could really understand what the movement is all about, but somebody who had been doing CrossFit for 2-3 years would still get some new cues maybe that they never had, or they just like, okay, I never felt this before, I never really paid attention when I was doing this on this movement. So I think the objective was that everybody went home with something new. That even if it was just one, some people did their first double under, some people kicked up to a handstand for the first time.
Wow.
It was like super nice.
So there was quite a lot of firsts, was there? First time this, first time.
A lot of girls that were here said, "Oh, I never done this before. It feels so cool." Or
Really?
Because sometimes in the class you have the things you say and you think a lot of things are for granted that they know.
Yes.
So what we really paid attention on the camp was that we set more cues and stuff that we otherwise maybe just skip.
So you started with weightlifting in the morning and then gymnastics later?
Yeah.
Do you do a workout as well? Or?
We did 2 workouts. We did 1 barbell workout, just like a complex. It was more focusing on technique than
to
going
see how
really crazy. Yeah.
What you taught them could be implemented. Yeah,
so we did a complex, 10 minutes, and it just changed the bar.
Very cool.
I think with the barbell part, because we were so many, maybe it got sometimes a bit boring sometimes because they had to like wait for the other one. I don't know. I think maybe the next count we can figure something out to make it more.
And how is gymnastics? Because I always think like with a barbell, you can give someone a PVC pipe or you can give someone 100 kilos and you can drill through. But I think sometimes in gymnastics, the limiting factor is people's actual ability. So that ability range sort of handicaps you a bit more. So what did you teach when it came to gymnastics? How was it received? And sort of what are the key takeaways from that part as well?
Yeah, so we started from, let's say, with a handstand, we just started from laying down on the floor so everybody can lay down, and then we gave them drills to kick up, but we really progressed it. So once somebody got stuck on one pod, they had to keep practicing that for a while, and then we just said, if you feel comfortable by doing the next progression, then you can pick in there, and then so everybody could build up to something new, and didn't feel like they got left out.
Awesome.
That was the idea behind it, and I think
seemed to work.
Yeah.
It worked. Very good. I mean, what we've heard is everyone had a good time. Maybe you girls should teach beauty or beast and the barbell. Same thing for guys. That would be quite cool, huh? So it's maybe a different voice. Get you 18 guys. I'm sure some of our loyal listeners, Savage, Neil, Brian's, Brooksy, Olvi, Anton.
They already signed up.
They've already signed up. They already sent their credit card details. But I think, is it quite a different atmosphere and a different power? We left you guys completely to it. Moonen wasn't here, so you had not one male around. The photographs were taken by Val, obviously a female. It was just females that day. What's the change in the dynamics in the atmosphere and the environment to sort of what's normal?
I think some of the girls can just relax more.
Did you saw that? Yeah,
like some of our members that I haven't heard talk that much or say that much. I was just so surprised and impressed with their story and how they are as a person, because it just felt much more relaxed in this close group with girls.
Wow.
So it was really cool, and I really feel like I know some members much better now and more understanding for what they've done before and why they're here. And that was amazing.
That's very powerful. I think
because you guys also had some time in between the workouts where you ate.
We actually started the camp off with introducing yourself and a little talk, and then we just gave everybody a turn to say whatever they wanted to say, like how long they were doing CrossFit, and then the funniest part was when Maria, she was almost one of the last ones, and everybody starts the same way, like, oh hi, I'm Carmen, la la, and she starts like this. You do it.
So it's Maria's turn, and she just said, how do I get my husband to come to the gym? I told him he's fat and he needs to get his biceps back. And everybody was just sitting there, and it was so much fun. Everybody was just laughing.
You never would have expected.
No, it was just so funny way to start it.
Yeah. That's good. So you get different personalities, and
it was amazing. And then after the lunch break we had with Holly's food, it was really good. Everybody appreciated it, finished everything. We had like half an hour. We just sat around like in a big circle and just like open questions, just talking about training or what we.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was one of the? Give us a couple of. We do have obviously a lot of ladies that listen to the show as well. Give us a couple of questions that you think are maybe they only asked in that forum. Maybe sometimes they're a little bit shy to ask. Was there any questions that sort of stood out that we think people could benefit from?
There was one question that like I don't know who asked it, but they said when they get close to their period, they get like much more like, what did they say? Like,
tired and
fatigued.
Yeah,
tired and fatigued, and they want to know if more girls had that feeling.
Wow.
And then like I don't really have that for myself, but then
Yeah.
other girls said like, oh yeah, I have that too, and then I just need to
They gave
like push myself a bit more, and then like they helped each other out,
That's
finding
cool,
a solution to
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah,
And that's
and I think
definitely
that's something
that-
they wouldn't ask if there's a
4:30 class. Yeah, I've got a question.
So I'm
I have my period. I'm very tired.
Yeah.
Should I take the 20 kilo? No. Just relax. That's a good one. Anything else? I like Maria's question at the start. Like, how do I get my husband to come? I think that's quite cool.
Because most of the girls were like, yeah, I'm here because my husband started, and then I came, and he made me come.
Yeah.
So that's how most of the girls started. Why they are here.
Yeah.
And then she was like, how do I get my husband to come here?
Really?
It was so good.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then she just said like she's so much more happy by coming to the gym here.
Yeah.
Like so many people said that like that it changed her.
Yeah, that they
Their
had
life, like,
some
they're just
issues, and then
issues,
they
and
started
then-
to come, and it's much happier, and
Yeah,
this is
a
a
couple
happy
girls said
place.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is somewhere they can come back, and they always know what they will get here, and it's always the same atmosphere.
Do you guys think that sometimes, like, I think from what I've heard from this conversation, what I've heard from the ladies that went, what they got from that day and what you all got out of it is probably far more than you ever thought you would. I think it's sort of like exceeding expectations, so to speak. Do you think sometimes when people see a camp like that or a seminar or a day like that advertised and a price tag put on it, it was pretty reasonable, I think. 475 dirhams for sort of 7 hours of coaching plus lunch plus stuff. It was good. But do you think people generally see stuff and are a little bit shy to get involved in it? You know, I know you guys bang the drum quite hard to say, you know, you need to come on my camp. You need to come on my camp. And I personally think that some of the girls came because of that pressure. But I don't think anyone left feeling that was the wrong thing to do. So what's the message? Should people just trust that you're going to do a good job and jump on all the camps? Or, you know, what's the message about it?
What, Carmen?
Yeah, we bullied them. Go on.
You can answer that one.
We paid all of our money to them. What do you think? Because sometimes people see it. It's like when Cameron Nicol comes.
Yeah.
Olympic rower, you know, super, super good resource, and sometimes 4 people want to come and listen to him. And it's like, for me, it's like, why? You know, he's just amazing. And I guarantee you that every girl that came to your camp on the weekend has gone and told all their friends how amazing it was.
Yeah.
So why do people not commit at the start?
Because people like their money.
Yeah, maybe.
I think also because they're just insecure. Like, I mean, a lot of people already come to the gym for many years, so maybe they think like, oh, this is a camp for everybody. Maybe someone comes that hasn't done anything, so what will I learn?
Right.
Maybe they're just not sure how good we'll be able to teach that different kind of people in one big group.
Yeah.
And it's a new project, you know.
Yeah.
Everything that's new. Not
Everything that's
people
new
are a little
is
bit
a
scared
bit.
off.
Yeah. So hopefully now, after all these girls came and they seem very happy, it was cool. Had a girl all the way from Al Ain.
Yeah.
So hopefully it will.
Girls from
Spread
Yas
the
as
world.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sum it
That's
up.
very cool.
Ah, that's cool. Hopefully we'll see more of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think it'd be quite interesting for you to run that camp for guys. I'm not sure how the period question would go, but we'd cover
But maybe there's different
We
questions.
talk
Maybe
about something else.
Some questions from the listeners that I just want to get through. We'll shoot through them nice and quickly. Savage has one question. He says, extras, you've done a mainstream class and it finishes 10 minutes early. What do you do, Mia?
Just accessory work.
Yep.
Yeah. If you're not sure, just ask the coach.
Yeah, good answer. Ben's written an article, I think, that comes out or will be out by the time this podcast is out, that also helps with that question. Another question he has is, he says, I'm stuck at 1 rep max. Is there anything other than back squat? I'm stuck at 1 rep max back squat. Is there anything other than squats and general strength that I should work on, i.e. a specific movement which will help me push the numbers up? Boz, you've done quite a lot of stuff on accessory stuff. What should people be looking at back squat to pump it up a little bit?
I think it's important not to just focus on your quads, but the posterior chain to get better at squats. You don't have to do your squats that much. So everything that involves lunges, single leg movement, will definitely bring your squat up.
3 kilometers of sled yesterday. I understand exactly what posterior chain is all about. Thanks very much for coming. Another one that Savage has, lactic acid. What is your recommendation for stopping the lactic acid build-up in a workout? This was particularly bad during the assault bike challenge, and most people just elevated their legs. Is this the solution? Thoughts?
Keep walking. Keep moving.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
Get the blood flowing.
Once you're gonna sit down, it's gonna get worse. You think it's gonna get better, but it only gets worse. Every time I've tried to sit down, it just gets worse. So keep moving, keep shaking your legs.
The only time I'll lie down with my legs elevated, I think, is maybe at the end of a workout. But
when you finish.
Don't go between sets.
I would never go between either. Yeah. A friend of ours that's left the country but still heavily in touch with us, Tom Conway Gordon.
Terrence.
He says, I have a question for the podcast to do with rowing intervals. Where would you recommend someone who has done a fair bit of workout rowing and a marathon but not competitive start regarding intervals? I think the best thing here is almost the best resource is Cameron's rowing wad.
That's what I want to say.
Because he says he's keen to spend 1 or 2 sessions a week on a concept 2, looking for some guidance on where to start. How shall I set up the erg time? It gets geeky. Yeah. How shall I set up the erg time distance and breaks in between, and what would be a good target to aim for? I could just continue to sit and bash out 5Ks each and every time, but he's keen to mix it up.
You should just try his program. If he starts from week 1, it really builds up to...
Yeah.
I think first you build up to a 2K or a 5K maybe.
Yeah. I think one of the things that's good with Cameron's stuff is a lot of stuff that we use is sort of focusing on 22 strokes or 24 strokes or 28 strokes. I think that's definitely people that are looking for rowing stuff. That's definitely somewhere to head over to. Yeah. Hope Tom Conway Gordon is having a good time. I actually saw a picture of him and Minal in London the other day. So
really?
Minal, just went to see him. And they're hanging out. They were doing a workout. I'm not sure somewhere in London. So. Couple last questions. Celebrate Fitness is up next. Yep. Mia's going to tell us what people can look forward to.
Well, me and Boss, we are going to a cool place to find costumes, so that is the first thing to look forward to.
Really?
Yes. If you like my elf suit last year, just wait.
Yeah.
It might match with Mia.
Oh, no.
No, it's going to be really cool. This is just my second Celebrate Fitness, but I heard that the Christmas one is the best one.
Christmas one was good last year. Some food afterwards as well. So people need to get in. That's a week before Dubai Fitness Competition, so before it gets all too serious. 2nd of December. So if you want to come to that, come.
Bring your family and friends.
Bring your family and friends for food.
Remember, everybody can come.
Everyone
register it, right?
They do need to register, and if you want to work out, and if you want to bring your spouse to work out, please let us know. We'll try and accommodate people the best we can whilst making sure everyone is safe and has a good time.
Yes.
If you have a spouse or a child who's been in one of our programs for 2 months or more, we'll put you all in a team together. But don't turn up on the day with your child who's never worked out, because that will end badly for everybody. One thing that I want to get to, because Dre, you've done a lot on this, and Mia, you've done a lot on this before we wrap up, is you guys have just launched Specialized Personal Coaching. This is a shameless plug, but we're allowed to do it. It's our own podcast. Talk us through what you've put together, Dre, for Specialized Personal Coaching. You've done the whole gymnastics program, so talk us through that quickly.
We offer 2 different programs, the gymnastics, which I took care of, and the weightlifting, which Mia took care of. It's a 5-week setup, so you have 1 personal training a week with your coach. You'll have 2 homework sessions covering around 30 minutes of accessory work and stuff that'll just help you in that domain. You'll either choose weightlifting or gymnastics. There'll be different levels. There's from level 1 to level 6. In gymnastics, I think it'll be similar to...
1 to 5 in weightlifting.
Yeah, in weightlifting, and you'll be able to track your progress, and you'll get a certificate if you complete a level. For gymnastics, you'll have to complete 7 out of 10 of the different skills and the different standards we've set up. So gymnastics will cover anything from push-ups to pistols to muscle-ups to handstand, whatever. And there'll be levels for everyone, so no matter what level you are,
you can jump in.
Who you are, you can jump in and just...
Mia, you took Phil Gould through sort of weightlifting, and that's where you wrote a lot of the program. Just give us a few bits of information on sort of how he did, what he was like when he came in, and how the program went for him.
Well, Phil was actually really good student to have in the weightlifting because he's already strong and he has good mobility, which really helps for the weightlifting. So he just needed some cues. Like, he's been doing the classes and doing what he thinks is right, which he can do a lot with. But as soon as, I think when we started, his snatch was 60 kilos and really bad. Like an ugly snatch, and he like
Hopefully he listens.
walked with it. But I know that was his own words. He knew it was really bad. But then only 5 sessions later, he did a hang squat snatch at 70 with perfect form, no walking. So he was very good to work with. I think a lot of people can progress in the weightlifting and the gymnastics just having someone with hands-on coaching.
It doesn't take too much effort, doesn't take too much time, and it's just a great opportunity to actually just work on those skills and get them done, because in the classes it's just a limited amount of time that we have to spend time with everyone and help them progress.
And that's why you pay what you pay for classes, and personal training is a little bit more expensive because it's personal and it will help you a lot more. So good. 45 minutes. Cool. So much talking.
Great.
Girls, very nice to have you.
It was good to
Are
be
we
back.
going to be back soon?
I was going to say, not too often, Dre? We'll have you back soon. I think there's always some good stuff to talk about. But all the best for DFC. Good job in Kuwait, and good job putting together the new camp for guys. Beasts in the Barbell. Let's see how that goes.
We'll do that.
Can't wait.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Thanks a lot for tuning into this episode of the podcast, folks, and I really do hope you've enjoyed it. Remember to hop over to iTunes, rate and review the podcast. We'll send you a goodie bag of Smith Street Paleo treats. If you want to get in touch with us, winning@innerfight.com. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care.